Hey guys, it's Deb Joyce Meek from Delight of My Art here in mid-Michigan. Today we're going to be doing a 3D little gift package that you can use for St. Patrick's Day, but also for really any occasion that you would need a little pouch that you can put a little gift in. So hopefully you can hear and see me here. I'm just going to turn my screen. There we go. So we can see the big screen. So here's our little pouch. You can see I put a little good look on there, and it's a 4-leaf clover there, and I've got some chocolate coins in there that I found, and also a little coin. I thought this was a fun little cute idea. So let's go ahead and put this together. Hello, Becky. Thanks for watching and commenting. All right, so what we're using today are the Stitch So Sweetly dies, and I love these dies. These are probably the ones I use the most often, and they fit in the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, which is on sale right now. I have never seen this machine on sale. It's 20% off right now, which is crazy. So instead of $60, it's like $48 here in the States. So if you haven't seen this before, this will level up your crafting. It's this cute little mini machine. The platform's 3.5 inches wide, so it can fit dies up to 3.5 inches wide. And it comes with all of the plates that you would need to do cutting, die cutting, and embossing. So, and they're numbered also. So you got plate number 1, and it tells you how you want your sandwich to go for whichever things that you're planning on doing. So we've got 2 plate number 2s, and this is how it'll look after you do a lot of die cutting with it. You got a plate number 3 for embossing folders, and then plate number 4 for 3D embossing folders, so really thick ones. So let me show you how this works. So I'm just going to see it, and it also folds up so it fits on your desk really well. I love this little mini machine. I have the big one because I need the big one. If you don't have any machine and you have the means, I would get the big one. But this one is so great. I had to have both because this one's portable. I can bring it with me for events and stuff. And we'll just go ahead and make this little thing. All right, so I'm going to make it similar to this one, but just a little bit different. This one I used Soft Succulent as the background, along with Evening Evergreen. And the next one we're going to do with Just Jade cardstock. This is one of our in colors that is retiring in just a couple months. So I wanted to go ahead and use that. So I'm going to grab, let's see, which die did I use here? I think it was the second biggest one. Yes. So the second biggest of the rectangles here. And I'll just go ahead and put that on my cardstock. Watch this. You don't even have to use your trimmer. I don't like to waste paper or put in extra that I don't need to through the machine, because sometimes the plates will warp it or make marks on your nice plain smooth cardstock. So I only cut up only what I need to put in there. So I've got that ready, and my plates here. You can put plate number 1, your plate number 2, your cardstock and die. Since it's a rectangle and you have a flat edge here, you want to turn it at an angle just a little bit as it goes through. And then you'll put one plate number 2 right on top. And they recommend that you stagger these plates so that they go through the machine a little bit easier. And I have a tip for you. If this is a little bit difficult and it's having trouble feeding, see, this one's going through pretty good. You grab it and crank it. You can go left-handed or right-handed with this machine. And then you have a perfectly cut, scalloped, and stitched rectangle. So that's how we get that. If you're having trouble using the machine and it's not going through real easy, number 1, check your sandwich. But number 2, I saw this tip that somebody was like, I don't like my machine. It's not feeding right, and it's really difficult. And so I saw this tip, and I'm going to try it with the next one, because I thought, well, if anybody's having issues, this will solve the problem. Okay, so the next shape that we're going to do is this die right here. So I'm just going to place that here and cut that out. See, I'm wasting the least amount of paper here. So what they did, instead of using plate number 1, they switched it out with the light gray plate. the number 3. So if you just use this one instead of number 1 and then still follow this sandwich, it was even easier. You didn't need to stagger any plates, especially with the open dies like this, that it's going to be an easy cut. It should be an easy cut anyway. This will just go right through. So let's try it. I'm going to put it at an angle still, and we'll just shove it through. And it's like butter. So it will work either way. If you have a very detailed die, you might need to go back and forth a couple times if you do this sandwich with the light gray one. But it's another thing to try. Hopefully that helps anybody that has had any issues with this machine. I haven't had any issues, but yeah. All right, so we've got these 2 pieces right here, the second largest scalloped rectangle and this little, I'm not sure what to call this shape, like a rectangle with extra bumps. So we're going to go ahead and I think that's it for the machine, actually. I'll go ahead and put that aside for now because I want to do a second one, but I got to be quick. My kids have a half day of school today, and so I have to go pick them up in the car loop because there's not enough bus drivers to do their bus route today. So I think it's just their bus, but I guess we kind of lost out there. That's okay. I'm going to put this in my trimmer with this flat edge here. I'm just going to slice off just barely the stitched part. So I'm just going to cut off the top. So I got a nice clean top there. And that's just going to be the top. This is going to be kind of like a little purse kind of. So that's what we're trying to do. I'll put this to the side for a second. And let's see. I'll get out my scrap paper. This is the grid paper that goes in the Stamparatus, but I love it for small projects and for on the go. It's just nice to have a small sheet. I'm going to take this stamp from the Flowers of Friendship stamp set. I thought that these looked like clovers, but they also look like flowers. Obviously, they are flowers, but I thought they looked a lot like clovers. And there's a matching punch to go and punch out all of these things. And I thought these just looked like a row of clovers. So that's why I'm using this set. And I'll go ahead and use the Evening Evergreen and stamp right across this panel right here. Oops. You could decorate this how you like if you're using it for another occasion, obviously. I just thought this was cute. And that's all we need that ink pad for, actually. We're going to be using our embossing. Here, I've got another idea here. Actually, where did my bags go? The little bag here, this is what I'm looking for, is the 2-inch by 3-inch bags that you can get at Walmart. They're only $1 and you get 100. At least they were when I bought them a while ago. You get 100 bags. So they're great. Here's another one. Perfect. So I'm going to put in one of these coins. I got these at the Dollar Tree. It says 4-leaf clover for good luck. And then it has a 4-leaf clover on the other side. And then I thought that they sold these at the Dollar Tree, but I couldn't find them. So I actually went to Five Below to find these. Just little chocolate coins. They should be everywhere. So I got a big one and a small one and a fun little coin here. I thought this would be a fun treat for the kids for St. Patty's Day. So I got to hurry up and do this and hide it before I go pick them up from school. So I got to make 4 of these. So I thought I'd make them a little different in color. I'm going to squeeze the air out. And we're going to put that here. It's a little bit taller than the edge here, so I'm just going to fold that so that it fits. Actually, we want to put a little bit of DSP back here too. So I have this pack for the 2021-2023 in color designer series paper. They have a pack for every color every color set, so you get all the little patterns, but you get a lot more of each color with the in color packs. Anyway, I'm going to use the green one here. Let's see, let's use this dark one. This is not one of our in colors for that matches that paper, and I didn't get the one that matches with this one, so that's why. Let's see it. I've got to measure what I did here. Let's see. That looks like 2 inches, and I didn't even go all the way up. So we're just going to measure a 2-inch strip here. And we can just cut it at 2 3/4. So it doesn't need to be as tall as your whole thing because you're covering that part up anyway. So we'll just go ahead and glue that. I hope everybody has some fun plans for the weekend. All right, so we've got our coins here. I'm just going to staple this right to the back here. So we're going to cover this part up anyway. I do want to grab that top lip so it doesn't poke out. There we go. And then I'll add this with some dimensionals. Actually, some mini dimensionals. Oops, I put them away. Just a minute. The reason I'm using mini is because I want it to fit on this little tiny strip edge here so that it will stick. I wasn't sure if it would stick if I put it right on the bag. So just trying to make sure that it would go. We will stick one on the bag right in the middle there. There. So we'll take the backing off of those. Oops. If I can get the backings off. And I'm going to cover up this scallop edge here. Make sure to get this as straight as I can. Maybe turning it over will help. So there we got our little purse there. And then we're just going to do some gold embossing. Let's do it on this piece of scrap of the Evening Evergreen. By the way, don't ever punch right in the middle of your paper. My kids did this when we were doing some kind of Christmas project, and I had to teach them, no, you punch in the corner to save paper. Don't punch in the middle of my paper. You don't do that. So lesson has been learned, hopefully. All right, so I'm going to take out my Versamark ink pad and my gold embossing powder. I'm just going to wipe this bag of cornstarch onto the piece here. There's a video that you can make your own of these. You can get them online. We used to sell these, but we don't anymore, and I don't know why. But yeah, you'll probably want that. It's an anti-static tool so that the embossing powder does not stick to the parts that you don't want it to. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do the littlest flower here. This is our clover. Oh, my kitty's crying. I hear him outside. And then we're also going to stamp close to the edge here. Oh, he must need some food or something. I don't know if you guys can hear him or not. He's being awfully vocal. All right, so I'm just going to take my tray here. Actually, we're going to cut this. We're going to cut this off. Give myself a good edge there so we can. I need a strip for the good luck part. So the good luck portion came from the art gallery stamp set. This is one bundle that's 20% off right now instead of 10%. So you can save on all of these, and it has a lot of nice words on there, along with great dies that fit in the mini. So just wanted to point that out. And I certainly appreciate everybody watching, and when you comment, it makes my heart so happy. I get emails every time I get a comment on the YouTube. So that's fun. My husband goes, how many new followers did you get today? I was like, I feel famous. Not really. I don't have that many followers, but every little one I get really excited. So thank you so much. I'm going to take my heat tool and turn it to level 2 and just heat emboss the gold embossing powder. When you chase the change, you're going to go down with it. And I'm going to move because it's hot to do the rest of it. Okay. And that didn't come out as quite as nice as I'd like with the exclamation, but that's okay. So we're going to go ahead and trim off this little strip for the good luck, and then we can punch out the flower. Get my trimmer back out. We'll put it on this side. Is that even straight? Oh my goodness. Okay, so we'll go ahead and cut it right there, I think. Oops, moved. I like that there's lines all the way down, so you can line up your edge. And then when you hold this bar down, your paper shouldn't move. Okay, that worked. So this will just go right on there, like that. And then we'll just trim off the edges. So I'll just run my glue on here. That way it's not going to go off the edge. Here we go. And on the back side, we'll go ahead and trim. And then we can punch out this little flower. With my punch here, it has the 2 flowers and the 2 leaves. The little one is down here on the bottom, so I have to have a handle on here. That's why I cut this so big. Let's see, just got to feed it in there, line it up. Whee! Have the paper go flying. We'll just move all the mess off. I'll clean that up later. Then we're going to put it in our hand to make it curve just a little bit. And we got our little flower here. And I'm just going to add, I would normally add this with a glue dot, but I'm not sure where my glue dots went. I just cleaned my desk and I didn't see those. So we're just going to use liquid glue because that'll work too. Just a little bit in the middle. And put that a little, you could put it straight. I like it a little bit crooked. So there's our cute little pouch. Now imagine how this would look if it was done in pink. You could do that for Mother's Day or a birthday. A lot of sayings that we have on many stamp sets would fit in a little strip at the top there. So I thought that that was a nice little gift idea or a favor. You could do table favors. You could do this for Christmas. Put like a, I'm not sure, like a little wreath there or a candy cane. I'm not sure. Something little that you had. Right? But I thought that this was a fun, different way to use these dies. Now, I do have some samples using these same dies. Those are the, again, the Stitched So Sweetly dies. So they make great borders for, and backgrounds for your pictures, your sentiments. So we've got one here behind another panel, so that's popped up. Here we've got that little one with all the bumps, and again that same one. These are some of the older cards that I had just in my card rack here that I pulled out. So just a nice way to add your sentiment and your pictures on your cards with these dies. They're very useful, but I thought, yeah, we'll just do something different that I haven't seen with those. Make a 3D project. So there's some samples using those dies. And here's my favorite idea. Thank you so much for watching. I do have to go. I was going to make a pink one, but I'll go ahead and post the picture on my Facebook page because I have to go pick up the kids from school since they don't have a bus driver today. But thank you so much. Have a good weekend. And if you wouldn't mind joining my email list, I give out free tutorials every Tuesday. And I'll put the link in the description there. And if you'd like to shop with me, I would certainly appreciate it. You can go to orderwithdeb.com. Thanks and have a great day. Bye.